We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the New York Jets. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Hall to start the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have the Jets first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, but it'll be 2nd down. On play action. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Bulldozes past him. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson, flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
More the motion man. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. No score after 1. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. York able to send this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Rodgers. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't hit.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. He goes 67 yards on the punt return. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Mecole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too. It can't get away, and he's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. They toss it left side to Chubb. Taken down at the 30.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Here's Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Touchdown, Browns! Donovan Peoples-Jones from 17 yards out. And the Browns are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And again, it's Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Rodgers. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. One more time with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jets get a bit closer. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw, Watson. Staying on his feet. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Hardman on the return. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He lets it go deep for Mayer. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now it's Rodgers. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And Chubb going to push forward and pick up a Browns first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Chubb will get the call, running left. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Watson. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
First thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Watson off play action. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go quickly here out to Moore. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What do I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He's got a man complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 58 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Let's get that touch. Go to 50.
Rodgers going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown ground. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 124 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
64 yards. 1st down, Cleveland.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And again it's Chubb. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Touchdown! David Njoku from 10 yards out. And the Browns are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Hey,
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Rodgers. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Greg Newsome. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Touchdown, Browns. Elijah Moore. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this deep rush coming, and he's taken down. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Browns first down.
A toss play to Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Off of play action, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? More the motion man right. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Cade York on for the Browns field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still going. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit.
88. Inside.
Rodgers will throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, he's been running for his life all game long. They've sacked him time after time. And here he's again forced to beat the retreat. And he's got to throw this ball away.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Short throw to Smith. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week one. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. They go up the middle with Chubb. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here's Hardman to return. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Jets will take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Here's second down. Rodgers to throw on second down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week one. Here's third down now.
Hey, you block over here.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Hey, take 26.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week one. We'll see.